We got some exciting updates. We're going to be talking about our properties today, so your guys' investments. The first property I want to talk about is Venture at Route 66. So this is our sweetheart down in Flagstaff. We acquired Venture at Route 66 in 2022. This asset has 24 units and is located right off Route 66 and basically in downtown Flagstaff.
Near the Tractor Supply.
Yeah, and it's been cash flowing for over a year now. Heather, I guess I'll just start with you. Why is this such a great asset for us?
First, I love her. She's a great property.
Yeah.
So we were running it as short-term rentals, vacation rentals, very successful. Started to transition this to long-term housing. I think John will be able to talk more about
let's just
why
say
that's so smart.
Let's just say it was a good plan because of the size of the units, the way the property is configured, the way Flagstaff does really well with short-term rentals. But we had originally thought that the rents would be as low as like $1,300 on the long-term rentals, which was a bump from where they were when we bought it. And then thanks to you did a quick survey and said, wow, we could be getting like as high as, I'm probably going to misquote here, like $1,950 on our twos.
So for the studios, we do $1,495 plus extra for utilities, $1,695 on our one bedrooms and $1,895 on our two bedrooms.
So almost $1,900. And that all of a sudden was a game changer.
To be correct.
Yeah.
And we're like, why do we have to go through all the wear and tear on a short-term rental, the extra staffing on cleaning, which was expensive, the cost for the Airbnb and VRBO and all the other platforms that are supplying us, plus the third-party company that was running our Airbnbs for us. We just said, we can just run it. We're going to get fantastic rents, and we're going to net more with less turnover. And I'll take the steam out of this. I was talking to Heather about something on the property. We had an insurance inspection. The insurance inspector came back and said, what a wonderful asset. He's like, this is done so well. And he was expecting to see not that, because it was part of the property was built in the 50s. And the other part of that inspection was they came back and we got a wonderful insurance company that we never expected would ever insure a property like that at half of our insurance cost previous.
Wow.
So a bunch of these things all played in. The property's really, really doing well.
But it's a charming property. That's why it worked well for vacation rentals and why it works well for the people who are looking for long term. One thing I've really been excited about is that we have the mix of unit types there. I have the studios, the 2 bedrooms. With Eldon, which is in Flagstaff we love, only 2 bedrooms. And so I had all these people we were turning away it's been great to be like, oh, no, I've got what you need. I can meet you right where you're at.
Yeah.
And we're getting a diverse kind of population there. And it's really covering us throughout the year, where there's a lot of seasonality to renting up in Flagstaff. And because we have this mix of unit types, it's keeping us busy all year round.
Yeah. What's the tenant profile there? Is it people that are working in Flagstaff? Is it students? What's that look like?
Yeah, so we've seen that the studio's very popular with students. We have great co-signers and their parents. I'm very good with a parent on the phone. So they're loving that. That's keeping us busy this last part of the summer. So studios go very quickly to a lot of NAU students. The 1 bedrooms are fastest. Those disappear like that. And that is couples, it's professionals, and then even the 2 bedroom, it works well for roommates or couples. We have people who work Flagstaff Medical Center that really like it. We've had people who work at NAU, teachers there, professors. So it really covers a diverse group, which is nice.
And like I mentioned earlier, it's been cash flowing for over a year. It's located in a great area. What do we see about this area over the next 5 years? What's Flagstaff's growth trajectory?
Couple quick things. Another thing Heather pointed out to me, we've never had an eviction on that property.
Never.
And we have it's very, very stable. And
they pay their rent on time.
And well parked, and people enjoy it. But in that area, now listen, Flagstaff has a moratorium against construction of new apartment buildings. Look at that any way you want, but it's restricting the growth of new properties, which is ultimately going to drive up the price of rents. But in the meantime, we're seeing in Flagstaff are some of the projects that were approved pre-moratorium that are being built or finished. One of them was right across the street from us. One of my business partners is building it. Great project. They're vertical. They're finishing up the property, and it's going to run really well. So that neighborhood leases really, really well. It's got close proximity to downtown, but not in the downtown. It's between the mall and downtown.
Yeah.
Right off Route 66, like we keep saying, and
mountain views. It has because it's on that mountain and those
slope,
beautiful porches. They get excellent views.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you when you're standing in the parking lot of that property and look out to the south, I guess that's southeast. I mean, you're looking at an entire valley. It's gorgeous. So, yeah, there's a lot of things like that it's in our favor. But from 10,000 feet, the thing about that we always love about Flagstaff, and it's I have a second home up there. I wish I had more time to spend up there. I don't.
You're busy here.
I'm way too busy here, and obviously it's 2 hours away. It's a substantial drop in temperature.
Yeah.
The housing up there is strong and robust. The jobs up there, we've got some companies that people don't even realize up there. Some large medical testing companies.
Gore Pharmaceutical.
Gore, which is Gore-Tex from the Tiva company, Ruger. A lot of these medical companies, we didn't even know we're up there.
Yeah.
The other thing that's kind of interesting, the airport is large enough to accommodate full-size jets, commercial jets, and there's a daily flight between Flagstaff and Dallas. I don't know why, but American Airlines runs a daily flight. Yeah. Obviously, they've run a flight also to Phoenix, but there's a daily flight from Flagstaff to Dallas. And we've talked about this before in this venue, that we've heard rumor that there have been some pretty high-profile people that like the Oprah Winfrey types, or that have been up there looking at properties because it's.
Well, if she needs a place,
we're full.
I have
we are full, but we'll figure out if we can make it work.
Okay.
Anyway, my point is that it really is, in my opinion, an up-and-coming mountain town. Yeah. The ski area is becoming world-class. They keep expanding and growing. They make their own snow. They're making good choices up there. It's sold to a larger operator maybe 10 years ago now. That's really expanded it. The town itself has got so many other attributes. It's a four-season town now. The university is fantastic and very well suited for that area, where they have forestry programs and agriculture and all these programs that are much more suited for that type of student that wants to be in that area. Yep. Unfortunately, the housing market is tight, and that's a function of not being able to add to the supply. So as owners, we're very happy to have projects like this.
I'll tell you some of the bonuses on our property. One of the reasons I think we've been able to have those rents higher, we have all the utilities included. It was already set up that way. It was
like that, yeah.
And so we were able to offer that as a package. They don't have to worry about setting anything up. Also, we had all these beautiful furnishings. We've been able to offer furnished or unfurnished, and we've had people that have really loved that, and that's been a selling point. And so we make it very easy for people just to come and feel at home.
So this is a great Route 66 update. I do want to pivot a little bit to the REIT. So the REIT it's the investment vehicle where we can put assets that we don't want to get rid of. We want to hold long term.
We never want to sell. That we really would not want to sell because they're going to continue to appreciate. Correct. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
The assets that you own personally, you want to pass on to your kids. Yeah.
Right.
So everything's saying, like, what would you guys say is the number one reason why you would want this asset in the REIT?
It's irreplaceable. Number one. Number two, the basis we're into it. We bought that at like $122,000 a door. Yeah. And did renovations very effectively. I mean, we're in that thing at a price that you couldn't even buy the land for. Yeah.
And it produces. And we've created a really nice community there, residents that want to stay.
Yeah, it fits the criteria for the REIT. It's in a great area. Yep. It's cash flowing. And there's a lot of upside. We're going to continue to see appreciation value in this property.
And I could throw one more thing physically about the building. We had to go through an extensive process to help justify the condition of the property for the current insurance company to get that lower rate and have the company. You forget about things after you do them, but that property, though constructed physically in the 50s, has got new roof, new parking lot, new sewer lines, all new electric, all new plumbing, all new gas lines. What else? All new, mostly all new doors. A lot of new windows. Certainly not 1950s windows, but we put some windows in. Yeah. And the interiors are completely new. Yeah. So as the insurance company recognized, and as we know, and as other people know, it might have 2x4s and some lumber somewhere, but we even did subfloors, brand new subfloors in a lot of units because they were kind of creaky and off. So it really is a long-term stable property in a great market that's only going to continue to appreciate based on all the economics.
And I want to say, we have Roberto up there that he's our maintenance man for our Flagstaff properties. These properties are well maintained because of him, and he's a big part of why it's successful, and he keeps the property beautiful.
And he's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Low repairs there.
That guy's a Swiss Army knife. He can fix and do everything, and it's made our job so much easier.
Yeah.
That's great.